Hi Capricorn, welcome to Magpie Moonchild. My name is Kayleigh and this is your general weekly Tarotscope. As always, the housekeeping is down below for your birth chart, or how to find aspects of your birth chart, decks that I'm using and how to book a personal read if you would like to book one with myself, and also the subscription button if you feel so inclined as to join me on my tarot journey, and yeah, enjoy the channel. Let's see what we have for you for this week. We have the Queen of Wands, so it's a really good week for your confidence, for your passions, looking at what makes you happy, what brings you joy, what adventures you might need to go on, what creative endeavours you'd like to work on, but remembering and focusing on your personal value, what you bring to people, regardless of whatever anybody else is doing. You need to focus on you. What is it that you do? What is it that you're passionate about? What is it that you're driven about, optimistic about? What is it that you feel called to follow for your path? Also remembering that you can be independent. You do not need another person to get you through anything. You are more than capable and reliable on yourself. So if you're not feeling particularly confident this week, it may be worth you investing on spending a little bit of time on polishing up your value, your confidence. Where are you lacking? If somebody's triggering you and you're going worried about what they're doing, look at like, well, why is that triggering me? Looking at what you could possibly need to work on within yourself in order to recognize that you are perfectly valid as a separate entity. What somebody else is doing doesn't affect you unless they are directly affecting you and attacking you, obviously. But you're on your path and you're doing your thing, and that's really important to remember. I don't know why that is really important to remember, that you are doing your own thing. You have your own value, you have your own skill set, you have your own things to do. Blossom, springtime. There's something about springtime that you may be reminiscing about or thinking about or going back over. And if that isn't a positive thing for you, then it's worth working on that and moving forward from that. I don't know if you've been lacking passion this week. Whatever it is that you used to be passionate about, it's about sitting and reminding yourself, remembering why you felt inspired to do it, why you felt called to do it. Why does it matter to you? Get to the root core of why you do what you do, rather than just for money, because it kind of feels like it's attached to work. Rather than just for money, because it's almost like when you do it for the reason you started doing it, the money will follow. It's almost like the focus needs to be on why you're passionate about what you're doing rather than what money is coming in from it. The money will follow. Yes, the High Priestess. It may well be somebody that is in the spiritual world that's feeling a bit like, I don't seem to be moving, I don't seem to be progressing in the work that I'm doing. But again, if nothing else, this is about following your instincts, following your intuition. What do you feel called to do? What was your calling? It wasn't to make 50 grand a year. It was to be a nurse, to be a tarot reader, to be a healer, to be a chef, to be an artist. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, why were you passionate about it in the first place? Why did you know that was the right path for you to follow? Remember who you are and why you're doing it. And then you it's almost like that will bring in new inspiration, new things coming through. You're so much wiser than you were when you started this journey. It's almost like you've detached your emotions from what you're doing because you're either uninspired or stuff has happened that's made you less comfortable in the role. That things have happened and betrayals have happened, or people have come and took chunks out of you within the workspace, or somebody's given you negative feedback, or whatever it is. Remember who you are, why you do this. One bad review does not mean you are a bad person at what you do. One negative experience does not mean you are a bad person or you're not worthy of success. one person that you've fallen out with or crossed wires with, or even if it's more than one person, that doesn't matter. Who are you? What are you doing? Why is it important to you? Is it to help people? Is it to bring joy to people? Is it to give them insight? Is it to make their life easier? Because that's what we're all doing overall. Yes, there's monetary energy exchange as part of whatever work we're doing, but why are we doing it? Is it because we want people, if you're a plumber, if you want to help people have hot, running, clean water, you want people to have the basic necessities. If you are a bricklayer, is it because you want to know that you are giving people homes and shelter and warmth? Is it the camaraderie on the site? And just because you've fallen out with one person doesn't mean that everybody else on that site is a bad is also a bad person, and you should leave the entire field of your work. Maybe move to a different building site. Maybe take the things that are necessary, work in a different environment away from that person, detach yourself from that person as much as you can. Don't react to them. Don't deal with them. The High Priestess doesn't deal with drama. She doesn't get into the nitty gritty drama of he said, she said. She just takes herself above the situation, out of the situation. She doesn't get emotionally involved. She's passionate. She's driven. She's intuitive. She has wisdom that she will pass on to those that are grateful for the wisdom. Maybe you're supposed to lead other people, teach other people, as well as do what makes you happy. But if you're not inspired, you're not inspiring the next generation of people, the next wave of people that are in your field. You need to find your passion again. Firstly, for you, so you can enjoy what you're doing. And secondly, so you can show that there is longevity in the field that you are teaching and training in. That you can stay that inspired after 20 years, 30 years, 5 years, whatever. Because when we're young and we're taking on these things, we just want to know if it's still going to be interesting in a year's time, let alone 20, 30 years time. You have experience, you have knowledge, you have wisdom that needs to be shared in the world. It's vital for the world for you to be doing this as your path. So one setback, or maybe even a few setbacks, should not stop you being who you truly are and where it is you truly want to be. And you shouldn't allow one negative critique or one negative experience hold you back from your true path and your true calling, that you know on a gut and intuition and possibly even in your head level that you are supposed to be doing and following. Whatever it was about spring, you need to let it go. The moon. It's triggering you for a reason. There are things that need healing that are related to it. I don't even think it's directly attached to whoever or whatever that was that happened. I think these are deeper. That was the trigger for deeper things that need healing, and absolutely do that healing. Because if you're being pulled down by old shadow work, then you're going to struggle to find you can find your passion again, but you're going to struggle to be as free, as flowing, as trusting, as going with it. It's not going to be as easy to get it going again if you have shadow work that needs to be done, because it keeps pulling you back down. It feels like a cycle. The same thing keeps happening, and that needs healing so that you can move forward freely. It's about getting in touch with what needs healing within you. I hope that is of some use to you, Capricorn, and hopefully I will see you again soon. Bye for now.